You know, people often identify anxiety as fear, but our next guest says that's wrong. Anxiety is a friend and can be very helpful if we recognize what it is trying to tell us. So here to help us know how to do that is psychotherapist and author of Hello Anxiety, My Old Friend, Natalie Kohlhaas. So good to have you.
Thank you so much for having me today.
And I love that we're talking about this because so much with anxiety or mental health, some people still tend to not talk about it.
Yeah.
Why do we feel anxiety?
So it's very interesting. What happens is people actually think of fear and anxiety as the same thing. Okay, so I work with my patients to unravel this,
Okay.
so that they can recognize fear is one thing and anxiety is something completely different. It is helpful because it's actually a gatekeeper. It's watching over fear. It's not aligning with fear, and that is why we need to be able to feel it.
Okay. So what is it saying to us? How do we know that it's anxiety?
So fear talks to us, right? It talks to us all day long. It has one mission. It wants us to be safe. That's it. It wants us to be emotionally safe and physically safe. Okay? So anxiety appreciates that, but it actually has a different mission. It wants us to walk into our better selves. So when fear is talking and it's going threat, threat, danger, 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 right? Anxiety is watching over. And if something about that is one, incorrect, not 100% accurate, or two, going to take us away from our values, or three, not allowing us the opportunities that are in life, this is when our anxiety is going to come up. It is watching over when fear is saying something. And if it is saying any of those things, this is when we feel anxiety.
So we all have anxiety,
Yes,
at some point. Now, differing levels, of course, or how we're learned and taught how to control it or use it to our advantage.
Correct.
How do we use anxiety to help us?
So remember, fear is going to talk to us. There are going to be thoughts or internal dialogue going off. Anxiety is going to talk to us with our bodies. So we're going to feel it maybe in our stomach, or our heart's going to go up, or our breathing's going to change. What I work with people is to recognize when anxiety is actually talking to them. That's when I want them to stop, take a step back, and say, what is going on over here that somehow or other is again taking me away from my life? And that is how we can then use it to listen to ourselves and our anxiety to step into something that will be better for us.
What if we let fear take over? We just kind of having a safe, non-exciting life?
So, you know, that's an excellent question. What happens, right? Fear goes off and it's telling us, can't. You can't do something, don't do something. And so it actually pushes us away from life. So what we want is we want anxiety there because it's saying, actually, don't listen to those thoughts. We want anxiety saying, run from those thoughts and actually run into your life.
You wrote the book, Hello Anxiety, My Old Friend, which has a little similarity to a song that we all know. Why? What prompted you to write this?
So I woke up in the hospital after having a pulmonary embolism and cardiac arrest from breast cancer reconstruction surgery. And I woke up and I was like, okay, why am I still here? I must still have something I'm supposed to be doing. And I heard all of my patients' voices in my head going, the way you talk about anxiety, Natalie, I've never heard anyone say that before. You should write a book about it. And so I was like, I guess I need to write that book.
Yeah, it's amazing what life can do for us. And thank you for breaking it down for us. I know there's so much more, but we should not fear anxiety. To learn more from Natalie, go to helloanxiety.net. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're healthy and happy as well.